Welcome to a Real Shopcast.
Welcome. No, honestly. Welcome to a Real Shopcast. It's another episode. It's not the first episode. It's the first episode. Man, a Real Shopcast. We all in here.
Giving you the best I can with what you got. I'm Ron. Be fresh, get a pool cut.
This is Riley, a.k.a. Yo Barber Riley. If your barber don't get you no pussy, you need a new barber. Holla at me.
A barber named T2. Yes, say the whole thing. Yes. Just like a Tribe Called Quest, say the whole thing. A barber named T2.
You might as well call me AKA, because it's Key, AKA Key the Barber, AKA Seven Figure Key, AKA Mr. Every Season himself, AKA Quitters Never Win, AKA Mr. Steal Your... No, I'm just playing. But it's Key, man.
It's your boy Jay Razor. Boy Jay Razor the Barber, the Bay Area's razor specialist. All right, man. So, first off, man, I want to say this is a new venture for us, and I want to say thank y'all for joining us all on this expedition, because it's gonna be a ride. Y'all gonna see all the back scenes. You're gonna see the whole thing, but it's gonna come together, man. We have another perspective of maybe life, barbering
From inside the shop.
Whoa. And I think that's one of the aspects of a lot of the podcasts that are missing right now. We have a lot of celebrity barbers or barbers that maybe not be on the everyday, because our shop's open 7 days a week. We getting it. You know what I'm saying? Trap City Kings. So I mean, with that said, what made y'all become a barber? I need to know. What made y'all become what you are today?
Well, for me, I always knew I could make somebody look good with my hands. So it's like I build things. I make things out of wood. So the first haircut I gave somebody, they looked in the mirror, the look on their face. That's what gave me the energy to say, you know what, I can do this. I'm gonna do this. I was meant to be a barber. So I learned my trade, got my license, and there it is.
You forgot that. You forgot that.
We ain't gotta get the stories. We ain't gotta get along.
I got some stories. I got some stories, but
we can get to that. We can get to that. Riley? Riley?
For me, it was I didn't want to work for nobody else, and this was a nice way to have income for my kids and for myself. And after I decided, after not knowing what to do with my life, I'm finna go be a barber. That was easy decisions.
Easy decision?
Yes, sir.
A barber named T2.
Yes, sir.
Talk to me.
Man, why I became a barber, just got tired of working for people and being under their grasp. And this is pretty much the best avenue that ran parallel with the life I used to have before I became a barber. As far as just hustling and just making things work.
Yeah, I get you.
Okay.
AKA. Wake it up, man. Talk to me.
Well, why did you want to become a barber, sir?
I became a barber because my hoop dreams failed. And after that, I would hang around in the barbershop a lot. And one day, me and the barber was at Jack in the Box, and I seen him pull out his money to pay for our food. Like, for me, I wasn't hustling no more. Only had a couple dollars, so he ended up paying for my food. The money he pulled out, I'm like, damn, well, you got a knot. You make me think about wanting to be a barber. And then he was like, shit, you're not doing nothing else. Why not? So shit, right then in the drive-thru, I kind of got quiet, and I just went on Google and looked up barber schools, and the rest is history.
Listen, man. I am not who I was at that point in time in life, man. I was hustling, trapping, rapping, and macking, man.
That's what made you become a barber?
Hold on. I'm finna.
Don't give a story.
What made you
quick
become
story.
a barber?
But I really needed to. I was at a point I needed to change my life. I needed something else. I wanted something that someone can't come and just take from me, and I knew that was a trade. And I had a bunch of barber partners. I got my hair cut every week, and to keep it 1,000, salute to the guys, House of Blends Barber Club, Big Boo, all that. Because Boo said, come on. Boo told me to bring my ass. He said, go to barber school, bring my ass, and the rest is history with that. Changed my life.
So, boom. Throughout the week, we all scroll through Instagram, and so this is what I guess this is another podcast, but this is what was said.
I don't really like boxy ass fades. I like my shit to look natural.
Mm-hmm.
Like I never tell the barber to make my hairline.
Yeah, because then it's too much, and then
it just looks. And then it
take
goes
out the
over,
spray
yeah.
can.
Fucking
It's just so crisp.
hate that shit. But if you got crisp ass eyebrows and like fresh fade,
And then a crisp mustache and beard.
you just look like a fucking cartoon.
Cartoon.
Oh, my! I'm glad I'm recording this.
He said he crisped his eyebrows.
Pause.
Let's rewind real quick. How many times did it take you to pass your test?
How many? One take Jake.
One shot, one kill.
Twice.
One shot.
AKA Mr. Every Season. Quitters never win. It took me 7. God damn it.
And he
sir.
got it.
And he got it,
But he
Got
got
the
it.
motherfuckers though.
He got it. And
But
that's-
that
Determination.
man, persistence. Cause man, after my first time, I ain't gonna lie, I did want to quit. But so how do y'all feel about like? How do y'all feel about somebody saying that they want their hairline natural? Like, what if is that saying that people don't want dope barbers? If I think a lineup is that completes a haircut. Right. So
You want to keep your shit natural. That is for kids, old people, and every other race besides blacks and Mexicans.
Some people just like a natural hairline. Some people just don't know. Some people just don't know. You have people.
Hispanics.
Man.
You have some people that just say like, "Hey, just box me up," but then you'll look at it as a barber, as your profession, and be like, "Man, you should not box up your hairline, bro. Leave it natural in the front. Maybe C cup it on the side or something like that. Give it some flavor, or to let it be known that it's cut. Because people like that don't want too much taken off no way. Just an inch.
But have you seen somebody have a natural hairline and then that thing be like right here?
Yeah.
That thing be little.
I mean,
That's the natural hairline. So you
But again,
gonna ball fade that, but you gonna ball fade that. And if
got
you
that.
tell you to leave it natural, you gonna leave it natural.
my boy said, all I want is a Jerry curl with a rat tail in the back.
See,
man, look.
Ron, you would have been on your. See, I'm telling you, start the trend, man.
Slick back. He wanted a slick back, fade with a shag.
Man, okay, you're right.
It was on a little kid.
On a kid.
All right.
On
All
a
right,
kid.
come on, let's do this.
So why do we want to be dope barbers if some of the stuff that boom, Supercuts, give me another franchise name. Supercuts, Great Clips, Sports Clips. All of these establishments are open. Yet, and mind you, there's thousands of them. Thousands of those type of establishments, but yet there's thousands of barbershops.
Right.
So what makes somebody decide to go, or what makes somebody go to a regular barbershop instead of Sports Clips or Great Clips?
Well, all right.
Or is that demographically?
Let me drop something real quick.
Do your thing.
Let me start here. So I've been getting my hair cut all my life, and one thing I think, we as a culture or industry, we don't really like to talk about this, but this is just facts. In the last, I think we were talking about it earlier, maybe in the last 10 to 15 years,
People started getting lineups. Everybody wanted to get lined up.
everyone,
Every race,
every
Let's
race
say that
wants it,
every
okay?
race.
Because again,
It's not a racial thing, but every race.
No, that
Reality is reality.
Yeah, that's just what it is. Like you got to remember when, at least when I was coming up, I graduated in high school 2000. So even when I was when I still was in grade school, like I was growing up with kids that were, they were still getting, basically cut at home, or they get what's called a buzz cut. That's maybe a 1 or 2 all even, and they're in and out, no lineup.
What?
Clean up the net. I mean, again,
was
not
getting
not
that?
not
That's
not-
just the
Others.
range.
The others.
Others.
not so
Not
much
us.
not so
No.
much
No,
African
not us.
Americans,
No.
but
No, I'm
I'll
talking
definitely
about,
say like other cultures they
Give
weren't
me a race example.
Filipino.
Asians and
Migos.
some the
Brothers.
Latinos that were probably
So they
around
getting
me.
cut with a one against the grain, no lineup.
That's it.
No lineup.
Buzz it off. That's it.
Just buzz it off.
That's
And
it.
that's
Yeah, maybe because I'm a little bit younger, but like,
But
I
I've
would
seen,
leave.
but go ahead.
I mean, like, when I say that the other races wouldn't get lined up, it's like more the people with longer hair. Like, when I was younger, I'd see like an Asian or like a different race, and they have the one against the grain or a two, and it'd just be a lineup, you know. But I'm speaking as far as like the people who be having the longer hair, and it's like you really digging into your hair to try to get this crispy lineup when it's not meant for that.
Okay.
Oh man, my line.
What year did they start wearing the double linings?
Shit, that was
And that started with dudes
that
with the
was
dudes
some
with
90s shit.
dudes with
That
the
was
long
long
hairs,
hair,
and
double-
then knocked down the front had a double lining.
double
That-
line, yep.
It was
okay. So did your double lining have to be crispy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had
that's
to
the
be.
whole reason why they shaved off a quarter inch of their hair in the front all the way around so they could have a little crispy lining.
Yep.
See, I didn't start noticing that until I got in high school. So,
Layer.
like I said, it's something different, bro. Like I think it's just demographically.
Nah,
Like you
Well,
got,
I very much.
no, cause like you got
a double line.
you got
kill
your
yourself.
boys, man. And you got your boys from the neighborhood, you feel me, that grew up around us, you feel me, and they get the same thing as us. They want to be treated the same way as us.
But
Right?
nah, he just talked about the elephant in the room right there.
Real shit.
That's
Like,
the elephant in the room right there. He
Like,
just
real
said
shit.
it.
what you
Like whatever you grow up around, bro, is what you're gonna attach to. If you got kids, if you got some youngsters that been growing up going to Supercuts, and that's where whoever go, if that's where John go, then bro gonna follow with him.
Nah, bro.
Not true.
Nah,
No, I'm saying coming from my demographic, bro. That's what it is.
Come from-
Because
What?
when you grow up, bro, when you grow up in a neighborhood,
Right.
You going to whoever bar? If your
No,
partner
I'm
got a
saying
good,
ain't no Supercuts in the ghetto.
No, okay, but
Ain't
say that.
No,
say
no,
that.
I'm
say
saying,
that.
like I said,
say
demographically.
that.
I said demographically. You're going where your friends go. Demographically, real talk.
But
If you from the neighborhood, if you play ball, you're not gonna go with the baseball player to get his haircut. 9 times, like 8
I ain't
times
lie,
out of 10.
all the basketball players in Fairfield went to Pope. So
Now I'm
it's all
just
good.
so there you go. Like I said, demographically.
Right.
So some people don't know what a lineup is. How many people you get in your chair saying, "Hey, you know what? I want a taper and go all the way around the head." Talking about I want a taper.
That's a phase, sir.
You
I
see
ain't
what I'm
gonna lie, I
saying?
can't put that
So-
on races.
No, I'm not saying it's race. I'm just saying it's
Black
time.
people
It's
coming here
time.
saying that dumbass shit.
I think it's time and demographic. That's what I think. Because it's like you know what a good haircut look like. You know how it's supposed to be blended.
But-
back in me and Jay's day
Okay.
growing up, we didn't really. I didn't know
It was a lot of chili bowls.
exactly.
It was a lot of chili
And,
bowls.
and
The
it was
balls
like
fed.
a Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
Because it was
No
on
blend.
it was on the transitioning of coming from bowl cuts to like just a little blend, and then as barbering went on more through the years went out, it became more of a crisp blend, more
Okay.
of a transition.
A transition.
Picture perfect haircut.
Okay, true. But then
Ain't none of
again,
that shit picture perfect.
I'm
But-
saying though, but that's
It look
what people
perfect on a
want.
picture.
okay, but my thing is this
Once you
though:
get
we
up
never,
on it,
Picture
we never,
perfect.
we never took that notice until us basically seeing it, until say like Keys like range. You feel me? And like probably like your range. We didn't start noticing that because back then you didn't notice if somebody had the line bumped out. We noticing that now because of our profession. We didn't pay attention to Will Smith haircut, Martin's haircut.
We
Not
knew,
like
but
that.
You feel
but
exactly.
We
I
knew,
mean, but we did know. But yeah,
No, I'm saying back in those days, though, you wouldn't just say, "Oh, well, your hair messed up." Now somebody cut a line right around your hair like kid.
right.
Was that a messed up haircut?
but
Now
do
it
we-
is.
But that's because we notice it now because
No,
we're
I'm
barbers.
saying, but that's now though. But back then, during the time,
even back then, I wasn't wearing no bowl cuts.
no, you weren't.
if you were
but that
sporty.
was the style.
But I'm saying if it was a high top fade, was it like kids?
That was the
I
style.
was blended.
Was
No,
it
but
like
no,
kids
but-
though?
You had to be in
The
the bowl
top-
cut
Okay,
area.
let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. So when did
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so let me ask you this then. When did you notice that you had to have a blend? Because you didn't always have one.
Before I got a blend, I can only get it even all the way around.
Okay.
But listen, with a sharp lining.
Okay, cool.
But see, you
But-
was one of them persons who probably wanted like the all even type shit. The people who wanted that fade type look, it wasn't no fade yet. It was
Yeah,
just
it was
like
just a bowl.
ball.
It was just a ball line around your head. And it was probably that line was probably tapped at. Probably.
I got an older brother. He wore nothing but ball fades. That's his
But it's-
haircut. Ball
okay,
fades. So I'm
now-
like,
So
So you don't never remember him
so
having.
That's what I'm saying. You got to go back to look in the days of
what
old
is he?
school.
Wait,
Like
so
five-
it's
5
all
years old.
fair to say that.
Hell, he got a bowl cut.
So it's all fair to say that
The barbershop we went to, he didn't have to get no bowls.
it's all fair to say that we grew up in black barbershops, which is that's what everybody wanted. The Steve Harvey. I need my thing crispy,
Goddamn
whatever.
wig.
Exactly.
Damn.
We didn't know that when we found out that was a wig. It was like, wait, what?
Had a helmet on.
Hey, one of my followers, he said, if your mama, it's whatever your mama said you get.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying. You didn't
Now,
know what a good haircut was
wait,
back in the day.
but
You-
is the
what kind of part you want? You want a Nike sign or you want a little line or something? What you want? You want the Nas? How you think Nas got his? That's all we can get.
I would just definitely walked in and, hey, give him a ball fade.
There you go.
I'm
Man,
saying,
that's what
but
moms
now-
do. Cut
but
it
Jay,
short.
but Jay,
it ain't changed.
That's all I had was cut his show.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. We didn't know what a good haircut was. We walk up out there with a ball fade and go get damn McDonald's and go home.
Now what are we doing? We confused
Now-
about what are we trying to do to these little boys.
Exactly.
Nah, not me.
We
Well,
are
you got-
confused.
You got something.
No, Ron, I applaud you because hey,
you
get
got
this
patience.
little boy haircut.
Yeah.
Man.
But at the same time, Jay, how many times do you got mohawks for little kids? You got braided little kids. You got little kids who will cry through their whole
Man,
thing.
you got
But I'm
kids
saying, like,
that
is
do taxes.
is
That's
is
evolving of life though, where we at right now. Though.
Yeah, it's
We
evolution.
we ain't stuck in that same place no more. Just like with the phones and everything else, like shit evolved. The
But then again,
haircuts,
how far can barbering go though?
like even my
Where's
kid,
the
even though I'm
max
a
out?
barber, but I don't. If I have a kid right now, like you feel me, at 5 years old, I'm not about my kid. Not just about to have no bunk ass against the grain regular. And I'm not saying that that's bunk to nobody out there who giving their kid that. That's just me, cause I would want them to have a taper or like something that look more
Yeah, something nice.
young manish?
to
Young
to
manish.
what's going on right now. I ain't,
But you don't want.
my son
But
not
would you
getting
want
all
them to be
even.
super crispy right now at 5?
Yeah, crispy.
He can be.
Crispy as far as he can be.
I
'Cause
love
you-
lining up kids because their hair is so innocent and shit like that. So he gonna be more crispy.
But if you
than a
don't
grown
keep
man.
it where it's supposed to be,
That's
as
a
most.
pushback. It's a difference. between
Okay,
crispy
so
and crispy.
that
Pushback.
if you know how to line up a kid that has baby hair, you would you consider yourself a dope barber?
Yeah, I still line up man baby hair.
It happens.
I ain't gonna lie,
It
so much to the
happens.
point when it came to line up and shit like that, I was so much more on the natural side, like not trying to push nobody back type shit. Like so many people that come in like, man, yeah, my last barber had the crispy. Like you feel me? I'll be so focused on keeping it in front of that to the point I had to like start hitting niggas up right, like a little bit more boxy, because that's what like
That's
That's
what
what
they're
they
looking
want.
for.
that's what they looking for.
they're looking for.
So does everybody's box? Okay, so
Niggas pushing niggas back, bro. I don't care nobody. I'm gonna keep it 100.
I'm gonna put it like
I'll
this.
put
I got a
that.
client. I got a client like that.
I'm-
He come in, get a ball fade every time, bro. Don't want to get lined up. Clean his head up at the bottom with the box shaver, boy. Cut him loose.
Them niggas on Instagram that got
That's
all
all they
them
want.
crispy ass lines, you pushing them back. I don't care. Even
every time.
Every time.
So why do we work so hard to be dope barbers if people don't want to have crispy haircuts all the time? Like, why are Supercuts and shit still
All right,
open?
listen, man.
Because people don't
the
know
same
what
reason why McDonald's open.
Yeah, you got to understand. One,
shit.
people are just gonna have. I mean, it comes down to a couple different things: customer service, the best in and out. Because you got to understand, there's some parents that don't maintain their hair well, so they will take their kid to the sports clips, and when I can just book them, get them in, out, and
Honestly,
and
it's
that-
fear
is
too.
that-
It's the fear of the unknown. They don't know what's going on behind these doors. They don't know what's going on with barbers here. You more or less can walk up to Great Clips and just look straight through the window and get a feel of what they doing.
It's like just like what we
They
said.
scared.
It's culture shit.
Yeah,
so if
yeah.
that person grew up seeing if it's a woman that grew up seeing their father going to
to
salons
Supercuts, yeah,
or
yeah.
Supercuts or certain shit like that, why would they take their kid to a normal
Exactly,
barbershop? They're
Mo.
not gonna know. They're gonna know
What they know.
What they
What they
know.
know, yeah.
That's what they going to. So
Okay,
there's different
but-
cultures and shit like that.
Because we done had a couple moms walk
But
past
That's why
him like she
people.
ain't coming to him like,
That's
oh,
why
she coming
people
in.
come in
okay.
here and they don't be knowing the normal. I ain't even gonna say black barbershop etiquette, but the normal barbershop etiquette because they used to going somewhere else. They used to different things and shit like that from how they grew up.
All right, let's circle it back because the topic right now is why do we want to become a dope barber if the clients are not asking for these dope haircuts,
Crispy haircuts.
crispy haircuts?
I mean, but again, that refers back to our demographic.
Okay, so
I feel like you can. I feel like you can box up an Asian or a Mexican hella good, but they gonna have hella new growth.
but they okay.
As
so
far
check me
as
out.
you box up somebody who is black and you damn near won't have no new growth unless you push them back.
All right, I think Riley brought this up earlier this week or something, maybe last week. Talking about saying that why would people book with certain people if, you know what I'm saying, if you don't want it to be dope or you don't want it to be clean and crisp. And some people just don't know. They don't know until somebody say, hey, you blended or you crisp. Oh, your line crispy. Unless you've been getting haircuts from that demographic. That's how I feel. If a dude come in here from Supercuts, we've had that instance. A dude came in here from Supercuts, blended. Hey, I just don't want the drop right here. That's it. But then again, he know for sure he couldn't go back in there and get it done. But he for sure could come here.
You talking about brow cut?
Yes.
No, that was some dumb shit.
Okay, talk to me.
He was saying that he didn't like how they dropped the fade.
You
in the
dropped
back.
the fade in the back.
Like, bro, like he didn't even let. I'm coming in the person who was cutting them at Supercuts defense. He just made the line, bro. He didn't even give him a chance to blend it out or nothing like that.
Oh,
Like
okay.
you just seen where he made the line and he said he ain't want it. You feel me, to drop like that.
But
so you being a grown man, bro, that's something that you need to know how to explain when you getting a haircut. I don't want my fade that low in the back.
True, but I'm saying. But what I mean is he didn't go back into Supercuts. He came out of there, know for sure where he can come, for sure to get exactly what he wants.
But nah, bro, like I can't. Even though I did give him a dope haircut, it wasn't that. It just be a miscommunication. Like even me, when it comes to like somebody coming in my chair, even if I do want them to come back and shit like that, I'm not just about to down that barber and certain shit like that. If the customer was wrong, I'm gonna tell them about themselves, not in a bad way, but it's like basically that just was miscommunication. You ain't know how to explain what you wanted. So you saying this barber messed you up or did something wrong? It's not that. You asked for the wrong thing, or you didn't explain what you wanted.
Okay, now
why didn't you show a picture? But
okay, so let me ask this then. Do you have?
Bro, that's some new shit.
You do have some barbers that just cut the way that they cut.
True.
You gotta be diverse. Or you
Sometimes
go
I cut because it's for the shape of the head.
That's one of my things is, I guess, as a barber, but when I wanted to be as diverse as I could. I wanted to be proficient at all, so it didn't matter what came through my chair, I could cut. You know?
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, that's all.
Now, is that because of location of where you work in your shops? Because if you work in those.
I can say this. We can consider Jay a master barber, correct?
True.
Like,
But that's crazy. I wouldn't consider myself a master barber.
What the fuck is a master barber?
I mean,
Someone, in my opinion,
who knows how to do everything. Someone who knows how to do everything. This nigga can color. This nigga can
well-rounded.
Straight razor shave all the way around.
Yeah.
He knows how to do Cosmo shit. He knows how to do barber shit. He know how to do pretty much everything. That's
So
That ain't what these niggas considering as master barbers.
No. I'm saying that in my
Let's ask the people. What do y'all consider master barbers out there in the barber world? Let's get some feedback from them.
They cut their hair good. They a master barber.
Well, they look at YouTube and do that. YouTube, they master it. How they feel.
No, I'm saying if your client that you would cut and you get him right, he's going. Yeah, I get cut by a master barber.
Man,
no. You can say whatever.
But okay, like
you got to understand, there are people coming out of barber school that only went to barber school, come out like I'm Master Barber Jake. Now it's like, hold on, cuz you ain't got no shop experience.
That's
Okay.
I say yes. That's why. Hold on. So what?
I got somebody from. You asked.
What you guess I
saying
did?
master barber, someone who got you without asking and ain't ever had an issue with going back half. You could go back half asleep.
What does he think of master barber?
Like if you, all you got to do is sit down and say, "Man, take care of me."
That's it.
No, that's the shit I don't like.
That is
That's that
exactly
bullshit.
what I don't
That's
like.
that
Okay,
bullshit.
hold on.
No,
That's bullshit.
It's your haircut. What do you want? I'm not about to be playing in your hair, guessing
What
and
does he
shit
think
like
a
that.
master barber is?
Do you like
Ask
this?
him.
Do you like this? Nah. But next
Because
time I
if
come
you
back,
use-
just taper me.
If you usually
Why
get
you didn't tell me to taper you in the first place?
You usually get sideburns, and that's what you like. And then I cut your shit off. And
How
I, think
I want
that's
to.
dope. Then you gonna go home talk about some. He ain't get me right, or he ain't do it like he was supposed to know. No, I don't supposed to know that you wanted to keep your sideburns.
I will
because
never-
I hate fucking sideburns. I'm cutting that shit off.
I would never tell somebody how to look. You come to my chair to tell me how you want to look. Please Just have a picture.
Okay, Master
Anything.
Barber ain't a thing. It's a title. I know plenty of chefs that can't cook a thing. You fucking right. Chef Boyardee, one of them, goddamn it. Thank you. That's the best way to put it. That's the best. That's the best damn way
But
to
at the
put it.
same time, like,
Damn.
I say you can be a master at something. You can be a master at something in this shit.
Like a particular
Would
thing.
that be master or specialty?
You can have a specialty.
Okay, like
My
Salt
bad.
Bay, because nigga, he just a chef that just sprinkles salt. So, you know what I'm saying? That's his specialty is this. If you go there, you want this.
I'm going to his restaurant.
I'm just saying, you want the 24 karat or whatever the little gold flakes is, and you want this.
So the scale was only your apprentice or your journeyman. That's it. Either you just starting or you know how
My
to
journey
cut.
is, can you cut?
That's what I'm saying. You just
Do you
started
feel
or you know how to
your
cut.
up? Can you cut?
Is that the scale?
Is your-
You
is your-
just
is your
started
chair
or you know how to
spinning?
cut.
A master barber to me is somebody who can really get down on some old school shit and can get down on the new school shit. What I mean by that is like a
No
person
guards.
who can cut with no guard.
Gotcha.
Like take you down.
Yeah.
You feel me? Shape
Quick.
up an afro on some real old school shit. Like you feel
Microphone,
me?
microphone.
Can do a hairline.
Michael Jack.
Can do a hairline with no clipper, straight razor. Like and then know how to cut the new stuff, the new type of mohawks, the new type of fades, the use
Comb overs.
enhancements, comb over, like you feel me, all that. That's a master barber to me. But again,
Okay.
that's just my opinion.
That's what a
A
master
master
barber is.
barber is versatile. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's versatile. That's what my man just said. That's a good way to put it. Yes, he is versatile.
Because
but-
I know,
versatile.
I'm from Oakland. I know a lot of, and I know this ain't just like in Oakland. I know it's a lot of people in urban areas that
So-
it's like a clean ass barber who been cutting people for years. They pockets deep. They make a lot of money, but they don't know how to do a fucking comb over. Like you feel me? I know how to do a comb
Do
over.
they have to be a barber? Do they have to be in a shop to be a master barber? Can they cut it from home?
I don't know. I think they can be.
It's whatever.
And I got biased opinion.
Now,
on
that's
that.
a good-
I'm
that's a
on
good
the other
question.
side of the fence.
That's a good question. I think
Is what?
because you have a lot of people that have been cutting for years that have mastered their craft. They have worked in shops, but they're no longer working in shops.
Do they have
Are they
L's?
licensed?
They've had license, but they haven't renewed it.
I mean,
But they
if
still cut.
if
They cutting at home. I mean,
Hey,
they'll
if
have
you
them
pass the
license.
test,
If
if
you-
you
if you
pass the
walk the
test and you
stage-
haven't, if you pass the test and you ain't renewed it,
I don't
fuck
know.
it.
I don't
You still a
agree with
barber.
that. Even though I got my license after all that shit, like you feel me, I don't agree with that. If somebody got the talent and they can do certain
So
shit,
you can
fuck that little piece of paper, bro.
Okay.
After you
Hey.
do all that, it's a piece of paper.
Your
That's
li-
just my opinion.
Key,
That's a piece of
key.
paper.
Your license paid for it, though, right?
Huh?
Your license paid for it, though, right?
Yeah, I mean that's because I have to go through the steps to do certain shit to get
But
to where
I'm
I want to
saying-
be in life. But I'm saying I don't feel like that shit really. That shit don't mean nothing to me. I mean, it means something in America because that's what you need to do certain shit. Like when it
Because in the
comes
UK,
legally,
you don't know.
but-
In the UK, you don't need no L's.
Bottom line,
I know
you're
niggas
not
who
a
don't
high
got
school
license
graduate
blowing
until
niggas
you
out.
graduate high school or get your GED. You're not. You don't become a lawyer until you pass the bar. You, in my opinion, like and I was fortunate enough to get some game from barbers that were just like that type, bro. Like in the Richmond area, they had been worked at shops, hella shops. Was still getting hired at shops while you was in school.
was me.
But they kept fumbling the ball somehow and not getting past that damn test.
Okay, cool. But I'm just saying, like, as far as them, so
You
still
can be
consider
as
a
skilled
barber.
as you want to be. If you don't pass the test,
Let me
you
tell you what.
You cut hair.
No,
You-
bro,
you
that
cut
shit
hair?
not fair, bro. Cause look, I'm experiencing this after failing because some people who got their license who was fortunate enough to pass on the first time, they don't understand the difficulty of a certain shit. Like me, I literally went
that.
through
I feel that.
law changes. So if you out of school, you went to school already, and then you didn't pass it the first time, and now years later. The rules and the test has changed. What the fuck are you supposed to do? That book that everybody got, it's not going to teach you what it is to pass the test. So that's unfair to say somebody is not a barber because you feel me certain shit. I'm just relentless and I did not stop until I get my shit. But I know people who literally in those situations right now and they can cut hair hella good, work in shops, all this shit. And I'm not going to sit there. I'm not going to say that they not barbers. I'm not because I understand what took place.
But
I'm
you-
just cut from a different cloth.
But you having L's now. Don't you feel like
I
everything?
don't feel no different, bro.
Everything that you sacrificed to get your
Let me
shit.
tell you, let me tell you how small this shit is.
Sacrificed to get your shit. You don't think somebody
I'm
who's
not
just
I'm not that person that's gonna be like I sacrificed this them niggas ain't really a barber. No, bro. Let me tell you why. Because it's no different. I didn't work this shop. It's like I make money right now. I done made good money, all the shit. Let me tell you the small thing, the small thing that's different. Like when we went to the fucking ISE and you need license to get in that shit. That's it. That's it. That's what a piece of paper, like, that's it.
It's a different door.
It's a
different door, though.
Yeah, I understand it, but I'm saying, like...
I'll say I understand, but I don't agree.
And I understand it because he hasn't experienced the things that I experienced in that.
Yeah, because he
Which
passed
is
it one time.
So you're going to let the pilot say he a pilot without him
How you gonna
actually
know?
passing the test to be a
Yeah,
pilot?
we don't
If
ask.
I see that man, exactly, we don't know. If I see that man fly a plane,
They
and
like
he
they
did it
open
good,
the door. We
he
get a
pilot.
black box.
I'm just saying, you
That's
got
it. We taking a wing and a prayer. That's like you going outside getting in the Uber.
It's just like when
So
you
are
went
we
to the
looked at
barbershop for your first time, you're like, I don't know if this dude can cut or not. You like shit. But he said you're a barber.
I went from barbershop to house. Yes. Now the only
Okay.
difference.
When you was in jail and you didn't have your barber license yet, was you not considered a barber?
I was.
Okay, that's a prime example right there. That's exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
I was.
Right there, right?
Hey, fuck it.
You know you know how to do these things. You know you know the shit.
But if you want to be in a shop, you want to have L's though, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah,
Does that define?
That-
That's what
hold
I'm
on.
asking.
Let me tell you.
I'm not asking about the paper. I'm asking if you cut at home versus a person that's cutting in a shop.
This the only thing that make it different. Look,
If you cut at home, don't be mad that you
I
get robbed.
guarantee you, if the state law and the certain people wasn't on his ass and it wasn't a risk for him to get fined if he didn't have that paper, let a nigga come in here and he got good customer service, he know how to cut hair good. If that was just the norm of it, if it wasn't really no penalty for a nigga not having his license, he would allow him to work here. Am I right or am I wrong? No, bro, just take the shit out your head about the normal shit of having your license,
I'm
bro.
saying it because
That's tough.
I'm saying it like
That's
this.
tough.
With you,
That's
with
tough.
If you wasn't gonna get a fine,
It's
the
not
different
fair.
doors
It's
that
not
have
fair
opened,
to the people who
the
did.
different doors that have opened from us
No.
from us being barbers. You have a lot more options than
I'm gonna
us
say,
being at the house.
yeah, bro.
That's how I feel.
You gonna have to be licensed, bro. Straight up.
It's
But
other
that's
people took the sacrifices.
again, that's his standard. It may not be somebody else's.
Yeah.
So
Paper takes you to the next level.
bro, you know how many fuck that paper. I know niggas who got that paper right now work at Walmart.
that's
What the fuck?
That's a personal problem.
That's just like people
That's a
that's
personal
people that got
problem.
4-year degrees from Yale and Harvard and shit working at Target.
Yeah.
I know a chick
That's
that
what a piece of paper
I know a
is
chick that got a
bullshit.
master's that work at Walmart. So
That ain't
I mean,
shit. Yeah,
that
was
paperwork
not.
ain't bull.
But my
That
thing is this
paperwork
though.
ain't nothing.
But does it?
All right, let's slow it down. Let's slow it down.
We
Let's
talk
slow it
about
down.
all these sacrifices. Out of everybody at this table, we can agree that I've been through more sacrifices when it came to getting. And if I'm the one who's
Y'all
saying,
tired, but go ahead.
yeah, okay. Well, if I'm the one who, if I'm the one who's saying, like that shit wouldn't really matter. Like I understand certain shit because I went through it. I don't look now that I got my shit. I don't look
I'm
at
not
people and be
looking
like,
down on a
I'm
nigga.
not-
No,
but
I'm
I'm
just
saying,
like that's not it.
bro, I'm gonna keep it 100. The way y'all talking and certain shit like that when I didn't have my shit, then the niggas like, man, this bitch ass nigga, he don't know what the fuck I'm going through. Like you feel me, like, bro, like
It's not
No,
that.
it ain't that. No, that's not.
But
no,
it's a
no,
different.
no.
It was different when you came in here. You said, "Hey, I got L's."
at that point the ball was in my court. I'm like, these niggas been shitting on me all this time. Now I'm going to work wherever the
But
fuck
you
I
didn't
want
know
to.
us, right? You didn't know either one of us. Like you came in here on some nigga. What's up? Can I cut? Bring it ahead. Come on. Let's see what's
I
up.
already
Like
knew
at the
what
end
I
of the at the end of the
experienced
day, you already knew that you could cut, but the having the L's made you be like, yeah, I can come in here if I really do want to cut in here.
Yeah, at that point I had the mentality if the shit doesn't work out after 2 months, I'm gone.
But did it work out?
Yeah.
I'm saying that L's made you confident. I'm not saying you weren't
It
confident.
make it easier to find a better place to work
It gives you a
at.
bigger door to open if you have L's.
Yes, I definitely.
But would
agree
you
with
have went
that.
to Supercuts?
No, fuck no. Never.
Okay, so did the barber kind of teach you how to cut hair?
No.
Yes.
Fuck no.
They didn't teach me how to cut hair.
I got a different experience because
What school
if
you
I
go-
didn't
what
to,
school you go to?
Maranello.
What school did you go to?
Bowling.
What school did you go to?
Hinton.
I went to Dela Cream.
Urban.
That's 5 different schools.
If I would have never went to Maranello, I would never know. I would have to learn a different way on how to cut straight hair. I would have learned how a different way how to clip over comb and certain shit like that. 10 weeks before you even touch a head, you gotta be you gotta do hella
4 chapters or 6
Yeah,
chapters.
you gotta do hella
or
shit.
something.
You feel me? And then when you did get on the floor and you trying to cut heads, it ain't many black people coming in. It's white people. It's Asians. It's straight hair and certain shit like that. So it was a blessing in disguise for me. Like at first I was mad, like, man, when I go back to Oakland, this ain't the shit I'm gonna be cutting. But I didn't know that I'm learning a craft that's gonna take me, you feel me, further in the long run. Because when I worked at shops in Oakland and somebody would come in with a comb over or something different, and people looking like, "Ooh, come on down." This is what I do. Down. This is what I do.
Run it.
Yep, get the water bottle, get you right, and then they looking at me like, yeah.
You can do this.
Yeah.
Okay, again on that. I feel like I know how to do a comb over, but y'all do it better.
You just don't want to.
I really don't.
That's what that comes down to.
But at the same time, like I said, it comes to my chair once every 60 days.
Right.
It's not
but you
like
don't really promote that, so that's why.
But I'm saying, so as a client, why are you coming to my chair when it's for the people who do it better?
Promoting shit on
But again,
Instagram,
yeah.
and that's to go back to the race
just
shit that
have
we
a-
was talking about.
you
Even
have
if they see a black or a Hispanic man in your chair with a nice crispy hairline, look like you made good videos and stuff like that. So another race or another person who have different type of hair, they're gonna assume that you can do the same type of.
So you're just going off the
make
hype.
them look good.
So you're just going off the hype.
Yeah.
That's the new world we live in. That's why you post videos. That's why you got 30,000 followers and all the rest. That's what it is.
Man.
That's not what I do it for, though. I do it to get people in my chair, but I want waivers.
Yes.
I want waivers.
And you can say it's working.
Yes.
But, okay, so at the end of the day, we become dope barbers because we want people to be happy getting out of our chair, right? Or is it because we worked so hard to get to where we're at now that it's like, bro, I'm dope. I'm not finna give you no bullshit.
You gotta put your
All right,
name
listen,
on
man. All right.
Yeah.
While you're sitting there, you're saying like, I don't consider myself dope.
Huh?
I say I'm proficient.
Huh?
I say I'm proficient.
Huh?
That's different.
I say
I
I'm
can
proficient.
I can agree with that because
You know what I mean?
when I'm cutting hair, like I've been cutting hair for so long to the point now, it's like I realize that the customer don't even know what the fuck a dope haircut is. So I'm not, and this might sound crazy to people, and I don't, whatever. It's real. It's real. I'm not about to waste my time giving you a dope ass haircut, and you don't even know what it is. Most people just want to be clinked up, nice hairline and shit like that. That's why you're not about to be in my chair for 45 minutes.
Okay, this is what I say. I'll say.
He just don't say it in a nicer way.
You give someone who sits in your chair the best damn haircut that they're looking for, that they want.
We're not smoking.
I want them to leave out of my chair and feel like $1 million, like the king of the world. I am the best. I am the flyest. I am the whatever. I want you to feel like the man leaving my chair.
Contradicting yourself.
Why?
You are.
Because
No,
for
I'm
somebody to feel like that, you got to be dope.
It doesn't.
It
No,
does.
I'm saying
Facts.
for that person. That person might not want a front hairline, but he wants this taper taped like a motherfucker. Cool, we're gonna do that.
Yeah, that's how I work.
I'm gonna give you what you want.
Man,
No,
look.
the best haircut for you. Excuse me, not
Go
to
ahead.
jump over.
No. Go ahead. Do your thing. Do your thing.
No, what he said is find the best haircut for that person. So if you telling me I just want my fade to be faded, but my front lines leave it alone, that's the best
Faded.
haircut for that guy.
That person.
Now
Exactly.
I done seen y'all to put sharp lines that I'm like, I can't get it that straight. I don't know how to. I'm not gonna enhance it. I'm not gonna fix it. I'm gonna get it straight enough to be crisp on that hair, on that head. Excuse me. So trying to alter it and change it, that's not what I'm gonna do to make it look like it's just extra crispy.
Okay, so boom. What I post on Instagram, 9 times out of 10 is either enhanced or it's a really good hairline. The work that I post is the work that I want. You get what I mean? If I'm a construction worker, I'm not, okay, say I work on elevators. I don't want you to bring me a whole building to make.
You just want to do the elevator.
I just want to do the elevators. There's nothing wrong with that.
But you still gotta take the elevator to the
But
top.
at the same time, I'm not gonna tell nobody how to look. You tell me you want a 2 and a taper, shit, let's go. If this 2 don't look right on you, and I know it don't look right, I'm not gonna tell you no
But see,
different.
that's the thing. That's one of the another great things about being a barber. Like, you can kind of really do stuff how you want to do it, and like go towards what you want to go towards and still be successful and still win. Like it could be somebody who really not interested in doing just haircuts. They do all services. Bam. They can market that, and to the point in their chair, all they doing is straight services. Like how he said, he really only like to do waivers and things like that, or like haircuts that got like dope hairlines where you can really show his crispiness of the hairline. When you've been cutting hair for a certain amount of time and you pushing that, it can work for you. So that's another dope thing about, you feel me, being a barber. It's just it's different.
It's art.
It's all different lanes.
It's art. You can't tell an artist to paint something that's you can't tell Michelangelo to go paint with watercolors. Go write with chalk.
But you can. But you can if you paint him.
If you paint him and he give you some fucked up shit,
hey, listen, cuz
that don't look like the Mona Lisa.
But you gave me what I wanted.
Nah, but
That don't look like the Mona Lisa though.
All of us see a ball fade different.
Okay.
All of us. But we know what's a good ball fade is though.
Right.
But we all see it different. Everybody might start with a ball line. Somebody might start with a open, half open.
Okay.
Just and then it's balled out at the end. And I'm just saying, because it's easier to get that bottom line out if you ball at the end and it's faded.
At
It's
the end
one
of
less
the day,
step you
bro,
gotta do at the end.
A ball fade is a ball fade.
The person who sits in your chair for that haircut,
Everybody see it different.
for that service, that's who your boss is at that moment. Give that person what the hell they want. Someone comes in here and says, "Give me a bowl cut." Give them the best damn bowl cut they want.
The chilliest.
Of chili,
The
Hormel,
chili Hormel.
beef,
Chili bowl band.
Put him on. Put him on. Hit him
But
with
again,
it.
that's
You feel
the
me?
barbershop
I'm
that
not telling
that I came to work in.
But at the
and
same
up in.
time, like
that's how
Jay,
I was. That's how. Listen,
At the same
I'm gonna give you exactly what you asked for, blood.
but at the same time, that is your work.
That's what I'm
working,
saying, bro.
walking out that
That's
door.
consultation.
Yeah.
Listen, this might not look best on you, bruh. I would suggest X, Y, and Z. Oh no, I want a 200 taper. 200 taper.
Yeah, but that's what I'm
And
saying.
then
Like,
you
it's
know,
different
that
lanes.
shit don't look right.
I gave you exactly what you wanted. Sir.
Okay, and then they come back at you mad.
Okay, so
I gave you
No,
exactly.
not even
Nah.
they come back at you mad. That's what I'm saying. It's different lanes for different things, and some stuff work for certain people, and some stuff don't. Like how he had that mentality. He said it came from the shop that he worked in. I know other barbers who, not even if that's what they want, they're not gonna do it because if that person outside and another person see that and they say, "Hey, bro, who cut your hair?" and then they say your name, they not gonna want their name on that shit. I understand both sides. It depends on what you're looking for. Me, I'm more focused on the money. So I'm down there gonna do the cut. Like, you feel me?
Yeah, you want the
it's like
fucked up shit? Go ahead, get the fucked up
the
shit.
person who asking him about the haircut is like, whatever, you ain't really understand. He asked for this, so I got paid. Like, you feel me? I ain't tripping. But then I do understand the people who don't want to put their name on it because they trying to build their clientele. They trying to keep their name to a certain plateau.
My name has a standard. Period.
Yeah, just like
I got followers,
nigga
so
Pooh didn't
my-
want to do that dumbass haircut. The slick
that's
back,
what I'm
the
saying.
ball
But,
fade.
but
He
at the
ain't
same
want a
time,
nigga be out there
if
I
I
would've
recorded,
given it
get
to
a Pooh.
him.
Nah, Pooh
if
ain't
I,
do that.
if I recorded everybody,
Hell
that
no.
some of these people wouldn't be on
I would've
Instagram.
given
they
it
wanted
to
a
him.
shag too. That was too much.
I would have Shaggy.
You was too busy.
Shaggy.
You were too busy, sir.
Yeah, what? Yeah.
You were too busy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody
So,
stopped in
at
their
the end of the
tracks when
day,
they
we
asked
all
for it,
want
like-
to. We're all dope barbers to certain people. Correct.
For sure.
Correct. Like
I guess. Shit.
my nigga, you spinning, so your chair spinning, so I don't know what you're talking about. But you feel me?
Bro, y'all can't be stopping my nigga mid
Yeah, man. Come on,
podcast.
bro. Come on, get the vibe. What you
At
say?
the end of the day, like
Customer point of view.
we're dope
Yeah,
barbers because we want to be
LB,
dope
I'm
barbers.
telling you.
Like I worked hard to be how good I can be.
Yes.
I did. I as much as I got, as much learning as I've done, as much education, as much classes I've went to,
Yep.
I've educated myself to be to be able to do everything, which is making me
He
a
talk like he
quote
can't
unquote
cut.
dope
Who
barber.
can't cut? My bad. Take your lie back.
Come on. What is that?
DL, what's up, man?
But I'm
man,
saying,
DL,
like,
man,
yes, DL, we do
hop
need you.
in, DL, follow
Yeah,
me.
man, that's a
need you,
good one.
DL.
That's a good one.
Because that's
But,
listen. I'm still gonna sit here and say, as far as when it comes to customer, the customer and barber relationship,
DL knows the funny.
a
the-
new
the
walk-in
main
or
thing.
not, bruh, I'm going to give that person exactly what they're asking for. I am going to consult you through the entire process. You're asking, you want me to take you down to a 2?
So you
All right,
gonna
listen, I'm going
save half of my
We're back.
Save half
save
of
half of my
off.
mustache off.
Should become
listen.
a
Yes,
Jaguar.
I'm going to turn you around
Put you all right in.
and face you into the
I
mirror.
want
Hold on, okay,
half of
but
my
you-
mustache.
I can see.
right
I can see it now. He ain't lying. He really gonna do it. So
I'm
you
gonna-
sure you won't have
hold
your?
on.
I
I'm
can
gonna
do it
turn
for
your-
him. I can.
You sure?
I can
You
write
sure?
this in my note. He turned around. He's like, so you're saying you want to cut half of this off, right? So you sure you know what you're asking about? Like
The left
you're
or
saying
right?
you're gonna-
The left or right? The left or right?
Then he gonna say after he give the confirmation.
Right
okay,
Okay.
I got you.
There we go.
But at the
DL.
What's going on?
my
Hey.
what Yoda? Yeah,
What's the word?
That's Yoda right there. I'm not gonna lie. That's
Hey,
DL,
brother,
the
DL,
master
man.
barber.
Appreciate you tapping in with us, man. We're on this new podcast. We're calling it a Real Shopcast.
Okay.
You know, a real perspective from the barbers, a barber's everyday shop barber life. Currently we're talking about some of the, like in the last week or so, we just heard like a couple podcasts talking about the topic of
the fighters. all
not
ball.
everybody wants the crisp
Stop playing with me.
haircut,
You better know what you want.
hairline, everything around. Culturally, we've always wanted the crisp hairline, the crisp haircut. But I'll say in the last, say, 15 to 20 years.
We'll say, no, 2021. We'll say 2000. We'll say 2000. So
15,
21.
20 years
21.
that
Man,
some of
been
the
chopping
other
the culture,
ethnicities really just started pressing the line of getting the sharp hairlines.
Okay.
Right? Now, but traditionally, when I'm growing up through grade school and whatever else, they weren't getting those crispy hairlines. They were just getting buzz cuts and
Right.
no line. Get out the chair.
That they call that a covadis.
Covadis.
Thank you.
No lineup.
No lineup.
Nah.
Just straight.
Yeah.
Number two.
I think that the bottom line is I think a lot of the lines now are being given by the barbers and not by the customers.
Okay now. Okay, now that's what we're talking about.
Right? I
It's
think
customer service and consult.
They're doing it more for the gram and more for the pictures that they're taking and not even asking the customer if they want that. A lot of customers don't want that. But they're doing it just on GP. And the funny thing is if you're using product like that on somebody, you would think that you would want to get, again, we're talking about
Consent.
about that. But
Consulting.
we're also talking about value. But you're losing value when there's no consultation for that. Because I just want to come in and get a nice fade and a taper, and then here you go putting some black stuff in my hair. My wife don't like it. I don't like it. But what you're telling me is that you like it. I'm not paying you for what you like. I'm paying you for what I like.
So
And I think with consultation, a proper consultation, which a lot of us don't do anymore. We just, okay, you just said you want to taper and that, as opposed to repeating what he said, opposed to repeating what she said. And she says she don't want a hard line. She says she want a soft blended line. And then here you go giving her a hard line like a boy. Consultation is everything, and that's a part of customer service.
Right.
So, if they didn't say, hey, I want some Beijing in my hair, then what you putting it in there for? If they didn't say they want some kiss in their hair, then what you putting it in there for? The bottom line is I think that we're doing that's some piss poor management on the barber side if you're not consulting with your client and finding out exactly what they want, because ultimately they're the ones paying.
okay, if you go through the whole consultation and you know that they don't want enhancements and they don't want all of these other things, and you still give them a great haircut, and they're just like, okay, that's good. Like, why do we work so hard to be so dope?
Again, I think that's consultation.
We can fade to the gods,
But
and they'll still be like, all right, that's okay.
It's consultation because what they're seeing online, what you're advertising or what you're marketing and putting out there, they say, oh, I want that. But when they come in, you need to explain, to have that look, to look like that, you have to allow me to enhance your haircut.
Right, but then at the same time, what's wrong with the okay, thank you, as opposed to I'd rather have somebody say okay, thank you, and come for a lifetime and feed me for a lifetime than somebody be like, wow, that's dope, and come once or twice.
Okay.
What do you think about the people that when you ask them so many questions, like a consultation, then they think that you're not experienced or you don't know what you're doing because you're asking so questions. They be like, well, you're the professional.
Well, you're again. Well, Jay just said it. You're the professional, so you always take control of what they're saying. Like, for example, I was just with. I just had to do Tina from Mary the other day, and she was so everything you do. Don't touch that. What are you doing over here? But once I explained her, she said this is the first time somebody really explained exactly what they're doing, and it made me comfortable and more to allow you to even cut my hair without worrying about it. So a lot of times you have to hear what they say. They're not going to say the right words, but you from barber talk. But if you explain, so basically what you're saying is, for example, somebody will come in a barbershop and say, yeah, man, I want that Michael Jordan. Well, see, I already know that's a bald head. You know it's a bald head. But the minute you say, so basically you want me to take it all the way down to the meat, they'd be like, oh, no, I don't want it. I don't want it shaved low like that. I just want a low fade. See, what you did was explain to them what you basically said was you wanted bald, but in reality, all you wanted is an OA or one against the grain.
Okay.
See, so there's a difference. Or case in point, like, for example, LeBron's cut a barber. You know, now LeBron is a billionaire. You have to build the trust into your guest or your customer to the point to let him know this is what's best for you, as opposed to going out here and looking like a fool.
Exactly.
But, you see what I'm saying now?
If somebody from Supercuts going to do
But if somebody from Supercuts going to do that,
what do you mean?
Are they going to have that same consultation?
Well, you got to remember,
they want.
But Supercuts is based on selling products. They ain't based on selling haircuts. That's number one. Number two, when you're talking about master barbering, you're talking about good barbering, then that's something that we have to learn as a master barber or as an up and coming master barber of consultations that we don't do anymore. We used to consultate. We consult. We don't consult no more. We used to prescribe. We don't prescribe no more. We just do whatever we think is right, and then don't even consult with them. And then here's your antidote. That ain't fair. I mean, we don't do strand tests on customers no more the way we used to. Strand testing is simple, or a skin test. Nobody's doing that anymore. So now when your hair turned a different color, that could have been prevented if you could have just simply said, hey, before I apply this perm on your hair, or before I apply this color, are you under any type of medication? Well, guess what? Now you see why. If you would have prevented the hair turning purple, or green, if you would have just asked simple questions. But we're not doing that anymore because we fly. We got it going on. I'm getting ready to show you how it's done. No, what you're getting ready to do is make a mistake.
Yeah, I agree. I'd rather have more consultations and things like that. But just from my experience, when I ask people questions and I try to get all
they feel
the
like
clarity,
you're being mean to them.
Yeah, they feel like I'm asking too many questions. I don't know what I'm doing.
Or that you're being mean.
They
like
get to looking
I'm
at
not
me
trying
like,
to be
well,
mean.
do you
I'm
know
just
what
trying to
you're
get
doing?
the right consultation.
Man.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Is
so if they're saying, do you
if the client feels that you're asking too many questions, how do you be able to like consultate with that if they're like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about? But
okay, hold on a second. But is the client are you the barber or is the client the barber?
I'm the barber.
Okay, so then therefore you're gonna have to take control of that. See, a lot of times when people feel insecure about the weight, because you got to remember, a lot of people, a lot of guests, a lot of clients have came from other barbershops who have really gave them the business, messed them up. So they're afraid. So what you have to do is turn that around and make them comfortable. And so a lot of times you're going to have to stop them from what they're saying and say, hold on, let me explain it to you this way. And you turn them to the mirror and you break it down and make it broke. But a lot of times we listen, and you have not properly consulted with them correctly to the point where they're comfortable enough. You got to take control and be the barber that makes them comfortable. You got to do that. And eventually you'll get to the point where you're so skilled at doing great consultations that they love coming to you is because you took control. A lot of them just don't know. Same way with dealing with a woman. Sometimes women want to be taken control of. But if you up here soft as doctor's cotton trying to tell a woman what, you're going to come up short. Because don't no woman want no soft man. She wants somebody that if you go, even, and I ain't saying you got to slap her around. I ain't saying you got to snatch her on. What I am saying is that if she looking for you to pick the restaurant, then pick the restaurant. Whatever you like. No, whatever you like. Whatever you like. That ain't taking control of the situation. So you got to take control of every situation when you're in that barbershop because you are the master, not them. So make them comfortable, and then they will eventually relax, and then you can do your job.
So every time, okay. So when Diddy or Usher asks how they wanted they just do whatever deal. And you like, bro, wait. Tell me how you want your haircut.
No, because when I was cutting Puff was always telling me what to do.
Specifics.
Always.
Exactly.
Specifics.
He was always telling me what to do, but then guess what? Once you start going out of the box and getting out of line with what you're talking about, that doesn't match up to what you're talking about. So I got to straighten this out and say, hey, if I do that fade there, how is this going to end up? And that's not going to match up. So what we need to do is we're going to have to taper this down a little bit lower here to make that blend to get you what you want. So again, I still had to take control. I don't care who is the person, you still gonna have to take control of that haircut because some of the stuff that they be telling you don't make sense.
So what's the difference between that Mohawk and that South of France on Usher?
Say that one more time.
What's the difference between the Mohawk and the South of France that Usher gets?
Oh, that's a big difference, a major difference. Because you got to remember that you talking about that South of France is the closest thing to the South of France is that burst. Right? That's the closest thing because you got that low hairline in the front and then you're bringing that hairline across in the back too where you can actually see that hairline and it's full in the back.
Oh, right here it's full, but like right here is bursted.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like right around the ear is gone. But
all right, listen, man.
Hey, I love you, my dude. I love you. I haven't seen you in a while, but I do love you, my dude. I ain't seen you since LA. I love you, my dude.
Hey, we ain't gonna hold you. We are gonna bring you back for another
real
episode.
Again, at the end of the day, bro, we're all dope barbers. Like we have chosen to be dope barbers. Like I don't know how to do messed up shit. I don't think none of us do. But at the end of the day, if whatever you come in and tell your barber that you want, you're gonna walk out with. Like at the end of the day, if you tell your barber you want a 2 and the barber think you should have a 1.5, hey, you ask for a 2. I'm going to give you what you asked for, according to what Mr. Razor says.
Yep.
So, hey, if you ask for a 2 and a taper, hey, I'm going to give you a 2 and a taper. If you feel like it didn't look right, you should have got that 1.5, big dog. I ain't going to lie to you.
Talk about these grown-ass men who don't.
We gonna get through it. You can talk about it. We're gonna bring that back on the next episode. Keep going.
Oh, I was just saying these grown-ass men who, like, you've been getting your haircut your whole life. You're 20-something, you're 30-something years old now, and you still don't know the difference between a fade and a taper and, like, things like that. So it's like you come in, and like how Tracy said earlier, let me get a taper all the way around. Like, what? How? Where is the missing link? What is going on?
Taper is here, sides, and in the back.
Yeah, but I want you to taper right here too, in the back.
Fade.
All right, check it out. We gonna get back into that, man. Appreciate y'all for stopping by, tapping in. This is our first episode of Real Shopcast. It's your boy Jrazorthebarber.
Get a pool cut.
Yo, Barber Riley.
A barber named T2. Say the whole thing.
Every season himself.
7-figure key. All right, man. We out of here, man.
Yeah.
Till next time.
Refreshed.